Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and this is Rafi, and today I'm sharing a 45-minute grounding practice from the ground and center series of classes. And this particular flow is a little bit more fluid and rhythmic for those times when you feel unsettled and stillness doesn't quite meet you where you are. So it's a little bit more of a steady breath-led flow, but in an unrushed way. And for practice today, I would recommend having one or two blocks and a folded blanket, though they're not essential. I do hope you really enjoy the class and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice in your most comfortable posture. You might like to lay down. You could sit in a comfortable cross-legged seat or take child's pose, Balasana, with me. Just taking a few quiet moments to arrive into your practice with ease, softening your gaze and bringing your awareness to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose, simply becoming present and allowing yourself to be fully here in your body, ready to explore. And keep witnessing your breath, allowing it to flow freely without effort, feeling a sense of calm and release with every breath, letting go of any tension that you may have been holding on to, relaxing the expression of your face. Welcome a feeling of softness in your belly and your shoulders. And approach your practice today with the lens of nourishing and grounding yourself, whatever that feels and looks like for you today. And to help narrow your focus, take these next few moments to set an intention, perhaps a wish you have for yourself or your practice ahead. And come to all fours now. Step your hands under your shoulders and spread your fingers wide. Balance your knees under your hips. Together now, inhale, soften your belly, arch your spine, gaze up, cow pose, and draw your hands back against the resistance of the mat. Exhale, slowly round your spine, cat pose, and then flow now with your breath between the two shapes. And you could stay with this linear movement or last few breaths here, something less structured, just moving intuitively. You might like to circle or barrel roll your spine. And then meet me in a neutral spine. On your inhale, reach your right arm out and then up toward the sky. Twist open to your right. And on your exhale, thread your right arm under your left and rest down onto your right shoulder, right side cheek. Tense your left fingertips away from your face. Press down through your left fingertips as leverage to spiral your chest to your left. Take one more cycle of breath. And then bring your left palm back to the mat. Inhale, reverse from your twist. Reach your right arm high. And then exhale, right hand to your mat. Opposite side, breathe your left arm out and then up in your own comfortable range. And exhale, left arm passes under your right, thread the needle pose. Settle into your twist, watching your breath as it flows in and as it moves out. Another cycle of breath. And then inhale, unravel, reach your left hand high. And come back to all fours. Tuck your toes under, hover your knees from the floor. And then lift your hips up and back and come to your first downward facing dog. Gently lengthen your stride between your hands and your feet. And keep your knees as bent as you need, just finding some length in your spine first. Really press the mat away with your hands and feel the sides of your waist lifting up toward your hip creases. Let the weight of your head relax between your arms. And then ease into your shape. Explore pedaling your heels, bending one knee and then the other. And then we'll move through 3 half flows. Rise up onto the balls of your toes, shift forward to plank pose. And you might need to wriggle your toes back, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Take an inhale here, open your chest forward. And then exhale, bend your knees and flow back to down dog. Twice more on the breath now. Inhale forward, plank pose. Exhale, softly return, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale into your down dog. And on your exhale, lower your knees to the floor. And come to child's pose, buttocks to your heels. And we'll flow through that same sequence now. Breath to movement. Inhale all fours, adjust your hands under your shoulders. Exhale, cat back, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, return flat back. Twisting now, inhale, right arm up toward the ceiling. One breath. Exhale, thread your right arm under your left. Breathe in, unravel, right hand to the sky. And return all fours. Left side, left arm reaches high. Exhale, thread under. Breathe your left hand high. And left hand to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Press back. Downward facing dog. Long stride. And then come through a half flow, forward to plank. Exhale, flow back, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, knees to the floor, buttocks to your heels, child's pose. Pause and settle with a full breath in and a slow breath out. One more round through this sequence. Inhale all fours. Exhale, cat back, round your spine. Breathe your chest forward and up, arch your spine. Exhale, flat back. Twisting now, right arm reaches. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, right arm high. And return all fours. Left side, left arm reaches. Thread the needle, one breath. Reverse your way back. and all fours. And tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Nice long stride between the hands and the feet. Half flow, find your own rhythm, and let your breath set your pace. As you're ready, knees to the floor, child's pose. Rest and settle. And take one more cycle of breath. And return to all fours. Extend your right toes to the back of the mat now. We'll move into a modified side plank on the left. Pivot your left foot behind you. Ground your right heel and open up to the right long edge of your mat. Reach your right hand to the sky. Right away, draw your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening all sides of your neck. And firm your left shoulder blade in toward your spine so you feel stable. From here, reach your right arm overhead and find a curve through your spine. Your bottom ribs lift toward your top ribs. Take a deep breath into your right side body and exhale out. Moving into gate pose, inhale, lift your chest and side bend to your right, left arm overhead now. Press your hips forward, keep grounding down where your body meets the mat. One more time with your breath, shift back to your side plank and feel for a side bend to your left. And then inhale, lift to gate pose and curve over to your right. Next breath, take your hands to the floor, pivot your right heel up. On your exhale, a core lunge, squeeze your left knee in toward your chest, round your upper back. On your inhale, down dog splits, reach your left leg up and back. Pause for a moment, press into your hands, level your hips toward the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, step your left foot to your hands and come to a runner's lunge. Take a moment, just lengthen your stride, come onto the fingertips, or if you have two blocks, you can elevate the floor to meet your hands here. Draw your left hip back, steer your right hip forward, open your chest forward. One more full breath in. And on your exhale, lower your right knee to the floor. For Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms overhead, low lunge. Reach tall to the edge of your fingers. And then send your gaze up if you have your balance. On an exhale, hands to the floor and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. 3 slow, steady breaths. Opposite side, lower your knees to the floor, come to all fours. Extend your left toes to the back of your mat, transition into modified side plank on your right. Pivot your right foot behind you, ground your left heel, left arm high. Lengthening your tailbone toward your left heel, and then reach the crown of your head forward, all sides of your neck long. Reach your left arm overhead, and then find a rainbow shape through your spine, fanning your left side ribs open. Take another full cycle of breath. And then inhale, rise up, gate pose, and side bend over to your left. Right arm over to the left. Once more, breath to movement back to your side plank. Side bend your right. Inhale into gate pose, Parigasana, side bend your left. Wheel your hands to the floor now, pivot your left heel up. Exhale, core lunge, squeeze your right knee in toward your chest. On your inhale, down dog splits, reach your right leg up and back. And press into your hands, level your hips. Take a deep breath in. And step forward, runner's lunge, right foot to your hands. On the fingertips or hands to blocks, 3 breaths. Left thigh engaged, collarbones wide. Feed your chest forward. And one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Left knee to the floor, arms overhead. 3 breaths here. And then exhale, hands to the floor. This time we'll step back to plank pose. Greet your shape with a breathe. And then lower your knees to the floor and come to your belly for a rolling cobra. Turn your heels toward the sky, firm your thighs, hands by your low ribs. And then just use your core strength to lift into a back bend, not too much pressure in the hands. And exhale, lower down. Twice more with your breath rhythm, lifting and melting down. Breathing in and breathing out. Press back to child's pose, Balasana. And settle there for a few moments, or press back to your downward facing dog and we'll pause. Soothe the pace of your breath and hold your gaze steady. On your inhale, look forward between your hands, bend your knees, and travel lightly to the top of your mat. As you arrive, space your feet about hips width apart. Take a halfway lift and pause, Ardha Uttanasana, chest away from your thighs. Exhale, a soft fold over your legs, bending your knees. Next inhale, rise tall to stand. Sweep your arms overhead, palms touch overhead. And then lower your hands to prayer, center of your chest. Lift your heart toward your thumbs, find your even standing posture. Coming back to the even anchor of your breath. Two half sun salutes. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, refold over your legs. Root to rise, stand tall. And lower your hands to prayer. Again, inhale, arms circle overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come to stand on the new breath. Hands to prayer, center of your chest. One round Surya Namaskar A, unhurried. Full breath in, arms overhead. Complete breath out, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step to plank pose. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower to your belly. Breathing in, cobra pose, just a mild back bend, Bhujangasana. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. A moment to pause and follow your breath. Breathing slowly in and slowly out. And from here, lower your knees to the floor and we'll return to that modified side plank. Right toes to the back of your mat, pivot your left foot behind, reach your right hand to the sky. Now find the anchor of your left palm, your right foot. Push the floor away and explore lifting your left knee, your left shin, perhaps the foot, and balance. And then come to a fallen triangle, kick your left foot through to your right. Keep pressing down through your left palm, lengthening the crown of your head forward. And then send your right arm overhead, curving your spine as we did earlier. Lift your left side waist up, away from the floor. Lower your right hand to the floor, spin onto the balls of your right toes, core lunge. Lift your left knee in toward your chest, round your spine. Next inhale, down dog split, sweep your left leg high. On an exhale here, we're going to come to an active pigeon pose. Place your left knee to the back of your left hand. And here, if you have two blocks, place them either side of your hips. Tuck your right toes under and edge your foot back. So you want to aim to keep some space underneath your left hip, and you could support yourself here with one block or a folded blanket under your left hip. And then squeeze your legs toward one another so your lower body stays active. Stay with the hands low by your hips for more support, or if that's going well, you can raise your arms overhead. Inhale here, lengthen your spine tall. And on your exhale, hinge forward any amount. Sweep your arms back. Twice more on the breath. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, arms fly back. Inhale, chest up. And exhale now, lower your hands to the floor. Come to down dog splits. Reach your left leg up and back. And then step forward to a runner's lunge. Take a breath in here. Just draw your heart through your arms. And then reach both arms forward. Come to thunderbolt pose. Arms frame your ears, back of the neck's nice and long. You might like a little pulse through the hips, lifting, lowering. Let your legs support you. And then place a generous bend in your right knee. Slowly rise to high lunge. Find a steady, unmoving point ahead of you for your gaze. Follow your breath. One more breath in. And lower your hands to the floor, stepping back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in your down dog. And then lower down to your knees. Second side. Reach your left toes to the back of your mat, modified side plank on your right. Pivot your right foot behind. Reach your left arm up toward the sky. Spread your right fingers, press down into your right palm, left foot. And explore lifting your right knee from the floor. And then kick your right foot through to the left. 2 feet down, fallen triangle. Crown of the head reaches forward. Send your left arm overhead. Find a side bend through your body. Lower your left hand to the floor. Take a core lunge. Right knee in toward your chest. Next inhale, down dog splits. Sweep your right leg up and back. And then a slow transition, take your time, come to an active pigeon pose, right knee to the back of your right hand. Staying upright and active, using 1 or 2 blocks for support if you have them. Flex your right foot, press into your outer right shin, squeeze the legs toward one another, lifting your chest. You could stay with the hands low or raise your arms overhead, upright your spine. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, hinge forward, arms sweep back. Twice more, breathe in, reach tall, chest up. Exhale, arms fly back, chest forward. Once more, breathe in, chest up. And then lower your hands to the floor. Press into the hands. Inhale, down dog split. Sweep your right leg up and back. And then step forward, runner's lunge. Take your time to set up. Right foot in the right lane, left foot in the left lane. Pause for a full cycle of breath. And then reach both arms forward, thunderbolt pose, arms by your ears. A light pulse in your hips if that feels good. Keep the rhythm of your breath in time with your movement. Place a deep bend in your left knee, slowly rise to high lunge crescent pose. So here lifting the front of your hip points up, pelvis level, and then lengthen from your waist to your hands. One more breath in, reach tall, and then hands to the floor. Stepping back through a Vinyasa, plank on your inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, exhale. Inhale, press into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. And finding balance through your hands, the press of your feet, steady gaze. And slow the pace of your breath as you reset. At the end of your exhale, bend the knees and step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your spine and forward fold. If you have blocks, you could place them on their highest setting here off the top edge of your mat. And then from here, bend your knees, come to chair pose. Sit down nice and low. Utkatasana. Pausing here, arms can reach forward or up by your ears. Weights in your heels. Even breathe. On your inhale, press to stand. Lower your hands to prayer, center of your chest. And see that your feet are about hips width apart for balance. And then bend your knees once more. Come to chair legs. Chest open and bright. Transfer your weight into your right foot. Transition into figure 4 pose. So you're going to lift and cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. And then just take a moment to coach your right knee a little wider to your right as you motion your hips down and back. From here, you can keep your chest open, or option to explore lowering your hands to blocks if you have them, or the floor if you have that range in your hips. Or remain with the chest lifting, balancing, grounding here. If you're in that folded position, you can relax your head down. And then slowly lifting up, a transition here into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand to the floor or a block. And slowly sweep your left leg back Turning your hips open to the left. Once you have your balance, left hand to the sky. And stepping into side angle pose, Parsvakonasana, bend deeply into your right knee, step your left foot to the back of your mat. And then take a few moments to find a comfortable stride, a deep lunge in your right thigh, steady feet. Right forearm here can rest on your right thigh or right hand to a block or floor inside your right foot. The top arm can reach straight up if it offers you more space, more room to breathe, or left arm overhead for a more side body stretch. Ground down through your feet. Now inhale, reverse triangle, rise up. Straighten your right leg as you go, reach your right arm up and back. And then on your exhale, hands to the floor. And step back to plank and pause. Moving into right side, Vashisthasana, side plank, full option, or option to lower your right knee to the floor. In that full straight leg version, firm your thighs, tailbone down toward your heels, lean your skull back in line with your heels. Another smooth breath in. Release to plank pose. And either press back to down dog if you need to do less, or flow through a vinyasa, chaturanga, back bend of your choice. And we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. A few breaths here to steady your breath. Focus your gaze. Just be present to all that you can sense and feel. Your final side now, eyes forward on your inhale, bend the knees. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, chest away from your thighs, halfway lift. And forward fold. Next in-breath, chair pose, Utkatasana, sitting low. Lengthening tall from your waist to your fingers. Sit a little deeper into your hips. And then on your inhale, press to stand. And lower your hands to your heart center. And just see that your feet are gapped a little further apart under your hips. And then again, bend your knees, setting up for our figure 4 on the left. Lift and on the right. Lift and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you're just finding just the right amount of stretch in your outer right hip for you. Finding balance. And you might like to take your hands onto those blocks if you have them, or the floor, hinging forward from your hips. Last few breaths here. And if you did fold forward, just start to lift your chest, moving into half moon pose, left hand to the floor or your block, right leg sweeps back, right toes are flexed, right thigh engaged, and then right hand to the sky. Perhaps turning your gaze out to the side if you have your balance. And softly land into a side angle pose. Step your right foot back to the back of your mat. There's no rush. Just adjusting your feet, right heel firmly grounded. Left toes and knee point forward. And then left forearm to your left thigh, or option to find a deeper variation if that feels available here. Hand to a block or the floor. Go only as far as your breath is deep and comfortable. Stay for one more breath in and out. And then rise up, inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg, reach your left arm up and back. And then hands to the floor. Step back to plank pose, hold in your plank. Then take side plank on your left. So left knee could come to the floor. Just take your version where you feel challenged and stable, balancing effort and a sense of ease. Return to plank. And then either take rest, reverse back to down dog, or take a final vinyasa. We'll meet up in downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale now, sleeping pigeon, right knee to the back of your right hand. And let this shape move you toward rest. So if it doesn't feel restful, to hold the position perhaps in your knee or your hip. Option to prop a blanket or a block under your right buttocks, or simply come to your back and take that figure 4 shape on your right. We're lingering here for a few breaths, hinging forward, walking your forearms or hands forward. And then relaxing the weight of your shoulders, softening your belly. And witnessing your breath in and out. And slowly lifting your chest, plant your hands and return to downward facing dog. If you're on your back there, you could switch sides, left side, figure 4. If you're in down dog, left leg, up and back, down dog split. And come to sleeping pigeon on your left side. Just taking an unrushed approach, supporting yourself with any props that help you to feel more comfortable in your knee and your hips. Folding forward just as you're ready. And last few breaths. And walking your hands in. If you're in sleeping pigeon, take any props out, sweep your right leg forward. And we'll all make our way down onto our backs. If you have a block or a folded blanket, taking those props with you as you recline, along with any additional layers to keep you cozy as we wind down. We're going to move into a supported bridge pose, bending your knees, feet to the floor, and then lift your hips and either place a folded blanket or a block under your sacrum, that flat part at the bottom of your spine. And you're aiming for a soft drape through your spine here, no over effort. And then let your weight settle. Arms can rest alongside your body. You're welcome to close your eyes, soften through your belly, your jaw. Just feel for a nice slow breath here. You can either stay in this supported bridge or come into a gentle inversion on the block, raising your legs toward the sky. I like to keep a little bend in the knees so the pelvis feels nice and heavy, posture feels relaxed. Just stay for a few slow, steady breaths, letting the effort drain out of your legs. And preparing to release, lower your feet one by one to the floor. Lift your buttocks and slip your props out, slowly lower down. Just pause, resting on your back. Invite your low back to soften. We'll transition into a reclined twist. Tee out your arms. Option to wrap your right leg over your left, or just keep your knees stacked and rest your knees over to the left. Turning your gaze to your right. You're welcome again to close your eyes, just meeting your twist without resistance, letting your legs feel heavy. Nice soft breath. And then returning through center. Re-wrap your legs. And ease your knees over to your right. And then release from your twist. Moving into a final happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Option to separate your knees wide and squeeze your knees toward your armpits, or hold the outer edges of your feet and aim the soles of your feet toward the ceiling. Knees down toward your armpits. And softly releasing. Preparing now for final rest, Shavasana. Taking these last few minutes to quieten your body and your mind. Lay down on your mat and let your feet fall a little wider than your hips. Arms away from your side body, palms face up. Shuffle out any restlessness from your body and let this shape now invoke a feeling of surrender and letting go. Receiving rest as deeply as you receive the movement of your practice. And take a deeper breath in here. And if you've got a sigh, a long sigh out. Breath of release. And allow your body to become heavy against the ground. Let your shoulders drop. Your hands can relax. And rest here, and I'll be back to guide you back. And softly drift your awareness back, allowing your breath to draw you back into your body and feeling your mind come back to life as the breath comes back into your body. Just when you're ready, start to stretch out in your own way. And bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, pause here for a few moments, feeling the weight of your body supported. And then roll out to your right side, opening your eyes, taking in your surrounds, and a final moment to notice how you feel here at the end of your practice. And press your way back up to sit. And thanks so much for joining me for this grounding practice. I hope you're able to move into the rest of your day with ease and feeling centered. Namaste.